it going in terms of scoring.
Yeah, that's why she's there, right? I mean, we read about it, bits and pieces of news from Army that the fit that they're looking for is an all-around player who can also defend.
Right.
And that's what we saw in the first set. So things looking good for them.
And we'll mention the numbers right now for the first set between PLDT and the Army Lady Troopers.
Yeah, in terms of attacks, Army ahead 14-10. Blocking PLDT 3-2, but we really only felt one block.
Yeah.
You know, it was that against Jovelyn Gonzaga, so they want to, be very aggressive at the net because they're a good blocking team. You have service aces at 1, but PLDT, we have to mention this, 9 errors in that first set alone, only 3 for Army, and that's a huge discrepancy there.
Yun ang mabigat for PLDT. 9 unforced errors, which were given up to the Army Lady Troopers freely, and now they start off set number 2 with their first point. Di Makulangan, the captain, serves. Tobino from the back. And PLDT just not communicating well behind that line. Was not ready to pick the ball up.
Actually, it was a miscue.
Yeah. Now we have a chance to get the support mula kay Franny Reyes. Franny?
Communication has been key for the United Auctioneers Army Lady Troopers. Now, earlier, I spoke with Ivy Perez, who was actually a liaison officer in the previous ABC, and she told me that it was very amazing and inspiring watching these players from other countries, how they communicate, how they set their plays, and how overall the common language is volleyball. And I think that really helps her entering this conference. She told me that there's an extra challenge having to study these new reinforcements that they're not used to playing against yet. But I think they did a really good job, researching reinforcements. Now, of course, it's opening day, some adjustments and nerves that they need to get over. But what I like about what I see with Army is that they're making sure to communicate, to give each other feedback, to reassure each other when they're doing something well. And as you can see, it's translating on the court. Back to the panel.
Thank you, Franny, for that report. On point, no, we saw Army really communicating well. You mentioned that also, Noreen. Ivy Perez gaining experience not just through playing but also talking to the players and probably learning dun sa mga international stints that they had in the VNL.
Through liaising.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're there for a reason. If you can learn, even as a liaison officer, why not?
And Army overtakes PLDT in this second set. The bench of the Lady Troopers dancing to the beat. We actually have drums inside the venue dito sa Santa Rosa.
We do. Yeah, well, they have cause to celebrate, talking about the bench of Army playing well so far.
Will probably get louder as we go along in this day, and Elena Samoilenko gets a point.
Well, for me, PLDT, again, they have to figure out which identity, what is their identity, because their core strength is really their middles. We have to say it, their middles. Good blocking team.
Yeah.
The middles are also we saw that, in the semifinals. They were the leading scorers, Palomata and Mika Reyes, and so far we haven't felt them. So that's why I feel PLDT is struggling right now to find their identity in this match because they cannot rely solely on Samoilenko.
Kasi ramdam mo si Mika Reyes and Del Palomata in the last conference. You felt their impact in terms of blocking and even attacking. But right now, it's just not working for PLDT. I think they'll hurt us.
Yep. On cue, you always say. No, I mean, if you can get them involved, you establish your middle blockers. I mean, that's going to be really a threat. Your open hitters, your wing hitters, actually.
Basas now serving. It's 4-all here in the set number 2. Perez goes to Tobino. And a block there for Palomata. So after scoring a while ago, she gets a rejection. And now they have the lead.
Well, if you look at the front row right now of PLDT, they have to be a great ball.
Yeah.
You have Del Palomata and Samoilenko there. You got to get at least 3-4 blocks.
Service is pa para kay Chin Basas. Got lucky there with the help of the net.
We've seen that a lot, a lot of these players, even in the men's side, they get the ace with the help of the net.
It's just harder to get the ball that way, you know, because nag-iiba yung trajectory. Laura Condota scores for Army. And they cut the lead down to 1 point.
Pipe attack for Condota. They're really showing us, she is a threat in all parts of the court.
Oh, service of Jovelyn Gonzaga sailing out, which ups the lead of PLDT to 2 points.
Well, if you're Army, you have to realize, obviously in the second set, momentum has switched jerseys.
Right.
Used to be blue, now it's red and white. So, you want to avoid these errors.
Perez, 1-2 play does not work. Samoilenko, straight to Condota. Here comes Royce, picked up by Basas. Rhea to Elena, yes!
That's a pipe attack for you.
Well, Elena looks like she's holding on to her right eye after that attack rather. Let's take a look at this point.
Well, it's not clear.
There you go. And she's asking for a sub. We'll be back after this break here on One Sports Plus. Back inside the Santa Rosa Sports Complex in Laguna as you take a look at the crowd here inside the venue. And you're watching the PLDT high-speed hitters. You just saw the parents of Mika Reyes supporting, of course, their daughter all the way here in Laguna. A while ago, Elena Samoilenko was holding on to her right eye. We continue on with this second set. And that's a point for Royce Tubino and a chance for us to send this to Franny Reyes. Franny?
Thanks, Miguel. So Elena actually asked if she could have some help because it seems that her right contact fell out. So I'm not really sure what the grade of her contact is, but she's back on the court and she just served. So I guess the game continues. Back to the battle.
Thank you, Franny, for that update. Nakita natin, Elena was visibly holding to her on her right eye, pero bumalik siya quickly after that technical timeout. Although a bit bothered, I can see that she's a bit bothered.
I'm sure. I mean, you're used to a certain grade with contacts and it pops out. I mean, you gotta just admire her for being inside the court, unless she has a spare.
9 serving 6 Villarreal. Passes was right there. And umaatake pa from the back row is Elena Samoilenko.
Yeah, Coach Kung Fu mad at Royce Tubino. That was an iffy let go of the ball. Look at this. Iffy.
Yeah.
Iffy.
Timeout called by Coach Kung Fu Reyes.
Ulitin natin nakaka-atake tayo kanina kasi pumapasa tayo. Uma-atake tayo kanina kasi dumidepensa tayo. Ngayon, kung a-atake lang kayo dumidepensa, hindi mangyayari yun. Okay, so doon tayo nagkakaroon ng problema yung ilalim natin. Yung ibabaw talagang labanan yan. Pero pagalingan tayo ng ilalim. It's all about defense. First go. Let's go!
UAI!
Timeout called by the Lady Troopers. What did we get from Coach Kung Fu Reyes in that huddle, Marie?
It's all about defense. Defense worked so well for them in the first set. And obviously, they need to work on it some more here in the second set because that's what's giving PLDT this 4-point lead.
Right, medyo nag-open up yung depensa nitong Army. PLDT getting easier points. That attack doesn't go over for Condota, and the lead is up to 5 points for the high-speed hitters.
Again, errors not helping their cause. They need to check that.
Palomata, one of the better servers for PLDT. 11 servings, 6, and as I say that, I knew it was coming. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry, Del.
But we just can't help ourselves. We want to test fate. And all the commentaries curse.
Lead is down to 4 points. Jeanette Villarreal, we mentioned, was active in set number 1. Has 4 points and that big block against PLDT's reinforcement. Ceballos will get a point off the block.
Ceballos getting court time here in the second set, and so far that was a great kill by Viola Ceballos.
Captain Rhea Di Maculangan serves now. They're up by 5 points, 12-7.
Yeah, you can also sense that Rhea Di Maculangan has settled down
Oh.
in this match. A lot of better sets already.
They go now to Basas. Perez gets a touch.
Oh, good save.
Chance for PLDT. Reyes with the attack. Straight to Nunag. Here comes Gonzaga.
Oh, what a dig.
Good rally we're having so far. And Elena Samoilenko ends that one.
And Coach George Pasco gives the 2 thumbs up. That looked really pretty. Look at that. No, it's a perfect set.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw how she went to swing, and it's just so comfortable.
Sabi nga ni Rhea Di Maculangan, kahit anong set ibigay ko, papaluin ni Elena. Perez to Tobino. Her turn from the back row does not work. Ceballos. Good pickup by Gonzaga. Condota is denied, but Nunag was there to recover.
Oh!
And again, that's the same thing that happened earlier.
You know, that's really heads-up play for Army. They were communicating again because after the hit of Condota, the ball touched her head.
Yeah.
So that was already 1-2 touches. So they did a good job. I think, was it Tobino who actually hit it over? And PLDT wasn't ready.
Again, catching them off guard.
Yeah.
Ivy Perez now serving. This time hurt.